Stallion, ABC News.
On social media, President Trump announced a new round of tariffs for Canada, said Canada hasn't done enough to curb fentanyl from crossing into the U.S. More from ABC's Rachel Scott.
Right in the middle of these intense negotiations with Canada, the president announcing he will now be hitting one of our largest trading partners with a 35% tariff starting on August 1st. The president posting this letter that he sent to the Canadian Prime Minister on social media. It says, instead of working with the United States, Canada retaliated with its own tariffs. And then he delivered this warning saying if for any reason you decide to raise your tariffs, then whatever the number you choose to raise them by will be added onto the 35% that we charge.
It's unclear if the new tariff rate will apply to all Canadian products. The Universities of Wisconsin Board of Regents unanimously approves a tuition increase. Most resident undergraduates will see a 5% hike this coming school year.
These universities have done a tremendous job with the resources they have, and the faculty and staff need to be provided with the wages that are appropriate and commensurate to their work. And this is unfortunately the way to do it under the circumstances.
Regent Haben-Goynton UW System President Jay Rothman says the $256 million allocated from the biennial state budget isn't enough to keep up with inflation, enrollment losses, and declining federal funding. Regents also passed their preliminary 25 through 26 budget. Some changes are still expected. The Marcus Performing Arts Center faces a $1.6 million deficit. Their 2016 agreement with Milwaukee County expires at the end of the year. Center leaders say they need more time to become self-sufficient. At this week's Committee on Parks and Culture meeting, County Supervisor Sheldon Wasserman said,
"We don't have an endless supply of money. I mean, it is really tight. And I think there are going to be some failures in the arts community in Milwaukee, and the money that from those who fail will go to those who survive."
The Marcus Center is asking for about $1.7 million in operational support over the next 5 years. More seniors in the Milwaukee area rethinking home ownership and turning to renting instead.
Over the past decade, the city has seen a 26% increase in the number of renters over the age of 65. That's according to a new point-to-homes analysis of U.S. Census data. While younger age groups still make up the largest share of renters in Milwaukee, the senior segment is seeing the steepest increase across the metro area. The analysis shows the shift not only echoes the broader aging of the nation, but also may signal a new approach to housing as more seniors enter the next chapter of their lives. Neil Doyle, WTMJ News.
Time for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. Dow is down 257 points. The Nasdaq is off 27. The S&P 500 down 21. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather up next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:04.
Welcome back to Ask Hasselus. I'm Weston. What's your question?
Hey, this is Honest Eddie from the car lot down the street.
Hi, Honest Eddie.
Is it true your showrooms don't have any employees?
That's right. Hasselus mattress showrooms are employee-free.
Now, don't you be dishonest with Honest Eddie.
It's true. Give the mattresses a try with no pushy sales guy. And through Monday, get additional instant savings of $248 off Sealy Posturepedic and Beauty Rest.
Son, to make it in sales, you gotta pressure people. Like, what's your budget? Or, I know it's the most expensive model, but trust me, it's the right one for you. And what's it gonna take to get you into a Sealy Posturepedic or Beauty Rest today?
But that's hassling customers.
Yeah, so?
Our store is called Hassle Less Mattress.
Just change the name. How about Wacky Westerns?
Uh-oh, you're breaking up. Gotta go.
Wait, no, let me talk to my manager.
Hasseless Mattress, 100% Eddie free. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you at hasseless.com.
Loyalty, family. Few things are more important. This is WTMJ's Steve Scaffidi and Loyal Family Renovations. They saved the day after a brutal storm in Oak Creek. Hail damage, yeah, I had a lot of it. But Jeff, Jake, and the whole team, absolute pros, made the entire process smooth as can be. Let's be honest, not everyone knows how to deal with adjusters. They handled all the questions, quick answers, top-notch customer service. In just 2 days, my roof was done. If storm damage hits, call the team that made it easy for me. Loyal Family Renovations. Visit loyalfamilyrenovations.com.
It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores. Get sale discounts store-wide all month long. What a great time to shop for all of your Christmas needs. Get your holiday decor and so much more, along with all the great bargains we always have for you. It's Christmas in July at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Time for For a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk, Brewers will open their final series before the All-Star break. Milwaukee will play 3 games against the Nationals beginning tonight. Bucks forward Giannis Antetokounmpo gave an update on his future with the team on a live stream with iShow Speed. He said he'll probably stay with the only team he's played for in the NBA. The two-time MVP has been at the center of trade rumors this offseason. Bucks open Summer League play on a high note with a 90-89 win over the Nuggets. Bucks will play next Saturday afternoon against the Cavaliers. Take a look at the roads with your WTMJ time saver traffic. We had a crash. It was blocking the left lane, I-41 north at Burleigh. It looks like that has been cleared off. Might still be some slowing in the area. I-43 north, about a half mile beyond the interchange of 94. Right shoulder, they're blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Partly cloudy, warm, humid today. Thunderstorms likely this afternoon and this evening. High today, 83. Those showers and storms continuing overnight, low 70. Scattered showers tomorrow with a high of 84. Mostly sunny on Sunday, little less humid with a high of 83. Sunny and warm on Monday, 86 for the high. And then Tuesday, another slight chance of showers or storms, partly cloudy with a high of 87. 71 in Madison, 72 in Green Bay, and 70 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
Let's call it what it is. Political Power Hour plus an OT session today. An extra 30 minutes with Bill McCoshen, Republican strategist, Joe Zepecki, hat-wearing Joe Zepecki. On the Democratic side of the aisle, Kristin Brey, looking fantastic in green today. Yours truly,
our
just
little leprechaun.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yours truly, just
she's twice
just
as
a
tall
guy.
as you, man. She may be.
All right. Is there chaos in the Trump administration, Kristin?
Turmoil in MAGA. So there's a lot of stuff happening this week that I think we've already talked about, the Epstein list and the lack of an Epstein list on this show. But there's also frustration over Trump advocating a new policy that would spare some migrant workers. There is a rollback potentially on his thoughts on Putin and maybe sending more weapons to Ukraine. All things, and getting out of wars, deporting everyone, mass deportation, and the Epstein list. And so there's a lot of people in MAGA world, especially online MAGA world, who are not very happy this week. And how serious do you think that is, Bill McCoshen?
I think it's very serious. It isn't about Epstein, and it isn't about the other things. It's about Trump and his word and what he said to people to get elected. He said he was a different kind of politician. He was an outsider. He was a businessman. He said he was going to drain the swamp. He said he would eliminate the 2-tier justice system. He said he would release the Jeffrey Epstein list for the last 4 years. None of those things are true today. I mean, in politics, we measure it by weeks. Did you win the week? Did you lose the week? Trump's had a pretty good run going, but he lost this week with the base. This is the first time where I think the base is questioning whether he was sincere about the things he said on the campaign trail. And I don't think he can just whitewash them like he did in the cabinet meeting the other day and say, well, we've moved on from the Epstein list. We haven't moved on from the Epstein list. If you follow any right-wing social media, they are not moving on. They want an explanation. And, I think at the end of the day, there will be a different answer. And that answer may start with Pam Bondi gets fired. Kash Patel and Dan Bongino apparently are not happy about how this played out and how it looks for them as part of the FBI. It was bad. It was ham-handed, and you don't release something like that or say something like that on a holiday weekend hoping nobody notices, because it was fundamental to who people thought he was as a person and as a candidate.
It's always about where the story goes next. You know this. So that's the current state of affairs. But I'm more interested in, okay, so if there's somebody that takes the fall, a Pam Bondi or one of those other folks you mentioned, whoever that might be, the president likes to talk about he tells the truth to the American people. If you say this for 4+ years, or actually much longer than that, because he was the president before, and you don't do what you say, not just him, but his sons, everyone involved in his campaign, every right-wing conservative talker on radio and TV, all saying the same thing, show us the Epstein list. I've watched, I don't know how many videos of them basically saying that same messaging, and then you don't show them the list. there has to be some political fallout for the president here.
There will be, and I think there is with the base right now, and it might jeopardize his rescission package next week in the United States Senate. There's still another big vote to happen next week, at least in the United States Senate. The rescission package, $9.4 billion in cuts, actual cuts, which Republicans universally say they are for, has to pass the Senate in order to become law. It only needs 51 votes, and J.D. Vance can break the tie, but. There's a real question about whether or not that's going to happen next week. So there is a credibility problem. He built up a lot of credibility to get the big, beautiful bill passed. He certainly spent it down to get it over the goal line. But then this week has been, one misstep after another, in my opinion.
Joe, you've been very quiet so far.
He's a lying liar who lies. He told, 30,000 lies in his first term? And I really try to practice what I preach, which is you can't hold voters accountable for the bad behavior of the people they are duped into electing. This is always who Donald Trump has been. And so I welcome those who are frustrated with finally coming to terms with what a lying liar this president is. We've got a place for you in the Democratic Party. Try something else.
All right, so that's sort of the political wish list, right? You're hoping that this looks so bad that Democrats will win every election going forward. But we have to deal with what's happening right now. So for Democrats, what's their messaging to this point, other than calling him a lying liar? What's the messaging to representatives, members of Congress, potential candidates, people who are running in next year in midterms? What's the messaging?
Focus on the economy and people's lives. So much of Trumpism is wrapped up in Trump. It has been the assessment of my side for years, and I think the cows are coming home to okay, let's go.
Were you gonna say the cows are coming home to roost?
Yeah,
chicken.
Cows are coming home to jump over the moon.
You Milwaukee guys.
I mean,
I don't know.
As we speak, the president is on his way to Texas.
Yeah,
I was very demonstrative about my. Look, I love Texas. I love the state.
You presided over a crisis, a very big one.
Yeah, and I learned lessons. We didn't do everything right, trust me, including not declaring an emergency quickly enough. I didn't do it too much later. There's reasons why you do that. But when I see what's happening in Texas and I see local leaders, public safety folks, who I'm a huge supporter of, point the finger in the direction of the media, that's not what you should be doing. You should be understanding there's concerns when you have people, more than 100 still missing, and how you did things. And I've said this for a long time. People can love these states, low tax or no tax. They love those places. They love the fact that it's warm there. Great cities in Texas. But what happens in states like that, they often make decisions that impact when you have an emergency. You're not ready for prime time, including Kerr County and other counties who didn't have basic life-saving emergency response systems in place because it costs too much. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's generally what we're hearing. So to point the finger at the media for pointing that out to them, I think is disingenuous. And the president and Kristin, right?
Yeah.
Because she was there on Saturday. Yeah.
But she
took a little bit of time to start getting all the processes in place. I think it was till Monday, some of this stuff. That doesn't suggest you're ready for prime time when you're sort of in charge of that.
Well, I'll jump in here because this is infuriating to me. The notion that we don't learn and grow from tragedy and we just stick our head in the sands. You know what the First Continental Congress couldn't do? Figure out relations with the British. So they had a Second Continental Congress. The Articles of Confederation didn't work to hold this country together. So they had a Second Constitutional Convention, and they wrote the United States Constitution. How many times did Apollo missions blow up on the launch pad? And we kept going. We learned from our mistakes. This governor of Texas, his little 2-minute spiel trying to equate football and loser language pissed me off more than anything else this week. You figure it out. You learn from this. It is the least you can do to honor the memory of little girls, sisters 11 and 13 who are found dead 15 miles from this camp, and their hands are clutched together. You honor their memory by learning from it and making sure it never happens again.
All right, we got to take a break here. Just getting warmed up. 90 minutes with the gentleman this morning, Bill McCoshen, Republican, Joseph Pecky. I think
we're still trying to earn that last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Maybe
do you want to stay for the full 2 hours?
I hope that at some point we will have a full 2 hour with you, gentlemen, because I would enjoy that.
Once we earn it.
Once we earn it.
Everything's about earning in this life.
That's right.
You got to get there.
It's got to be
You gotta
accountability.
do
Got to
heavy-
work for it. See?
Heavy
You got to
lifting.
work for it.
Kristin and Steve, point taken.
Haven't you just had it with overpriced, overrated fish fries? Don't pay $16 or more. The Mine Chef restaurant in Hartford's all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is $7.99. WTMJ's John Mercure here. After a long week, don't cook. Relax with a cold beverage and a Friday fish fry for $7.99. The kids' menu starts at $3.99, and they can safely play in that huge game room away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. The Mine Shaft is super family-friendly. Your Saturday steak or prime rib dinner is under $25. Sunday brunch is under $15, far less than what you'll pay elsewhere. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and near the EAA in Oshkosh. Lots of seating, close parking, and a very friendly staff. Just walk in today for your all-you-can-eat beer-battered haddock fish fry for $7.99, serving from 11 a.m. Get there early. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mine Shaft. Check out mineshaft.restaurant.com.
Are you sick of not being your bank's top priority? We are too. At Wintrust, we take a different approach to banking. We're proud to be your one true banking partner focused on your unique financial goals. That's right in your backyard. Whether you're opening your first account, buying a home, planning for the future, or starting a business, we have tailored solutions to get you there. Stop settling and start experiencing a better way to bank at Wintrust.com. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Banking products provided by Wintrust Financial Corp Banks, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
When we're out in your town, come say hi as we broadcast live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
Anytime you hear us when we're on the road, you can find us live from our brand new mobile studio.
Whether it be Summerfest, EAA, Opening Day, Air and Water Show, wherever we may be.
You can see us on the radio, live from the Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin mobile studio.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
We are Wisconsin's radio station.
News Radio 620 WTMJ.
You know what we're doing on this Friday. It's Bill McCoshy, Joseph Beck, Kristin and Steve, all in studio, which is fantastic.
I know, it's been 2 weeks. Got a lot of pent-up energy up here.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, these are the conversations that I think most people want to have about politics. Not everybody cares about politics. You know this, Bill.
Yeah, they don't.
Some people tune it out, but we're sort of wired that way, and I think the stuff matters. I think Joe would agree with that. Sort of the other piece of this is the story in Ukraine. Like, I know you have been talking about this a lot.
Yeah.
So how do you see this shaping up? You know, Putin and Trump have been like,
Buddies.
peas in a pod.
So,
sort of.
Joe, well, you all are communications experts. The way to handle these things, even on the Epstein list, if there is a different answer, if the list is gone and it's been erased or whatever that may be, or if Jeffrey Epstein was a state asset. And that's not a conspiracy theory. You can find that anywhere on either side of social media right now.
That doesn't mean it's not a conspiracy theory.
I think there's some potential truth
Give
to
me
that.
some reason why you
a
think
state
that.
asset?
Yeah, why
Like,
do you think that?
Who was he helping?
Like
and how,
he might have been helping the government set
do
these people
what?
up.
to set them up?
Yeah, I think that would have been a better answer for the Bondi Justice Department to say is we can't release it and here's why. It's at least somewhat credible versus there is no list, which is zero credible in my opinion.
Which the Attorney General said was sitting on her desk.
Yeah, right, and that's why there's zero credibility to that. That I'm reviewing
That's
it.
why she should be fired. 'cause
There's
she lied.
reams of it. It was laughable. The whole thing was laughable. On Ukraine, if there's a different answer, maybe he has realized over 6 months that Putin is not interested in a settlement or a ceasefire. Okay, then explain that to the American people. And we are going to give Ukraine arms. We're not going to give them $75 billion, but we are going to give them arms. I think what's going to get announced today is they are going to give them arms, but through NATO. Well, that's a little too cute by half. Just be honest about it. Things have changed based on what you know. Say to the American people that Putin is not interested in this, and therefore we're going to help defend a democracy.
What's the MAGA position right now, this week, today, on Ukraine?
Zero. No new wars. No new money. No new wars.
So the president,
hasn't changed.
if he supplied Ukraine,
it's going to be a setback. And
In
if
the-
he doesn't
in the MAGA
explain it, why?
community.
If they explain it the way they did this Epstein thing, he'll be 0 for 2 this week.
Well, and that's the thing as far as looking ahead. There's already an issue that we've seen over and over again when Trump's not on the ballot, how Republicans perform, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look ahead to the midterms, if there's continued fallout with campaign promises in MAGA world, and there's already concern that they wouldn't show up in 2026, how does that translate for Republicans running next year?
It's a big problem. First of all, without Trump on the ballot, there has always been a drop-off in voters. But if the MAGA base feels like he let them down and there's no reason for them to come out and support Republicans in 26, then to my friend Joe's earlier point, I think the Dems' best move is to do nothing, say nothing. Let this happen within the Republican Party. If they make it about Trump, which they generally do, it's always a mistake, and they get whiplash from it. If they say nothing and let this sort of just simmer on its own on the right, it probably will have an impact.
What would a presidency, second term, Donald Trump losing, let's say, one or both sides of Congress, what would that be like?
Well, if they lose the House, guaranteed there'll be impeachment here.
Yeah, that's sort of my next question.
You have to get.
You think we haven't learned from the first two kicks of the mule?
You would think, and evidence is really not as warranted as it used to be, apparently, on those kinds of things. But I mean, all that has become sort of a circus, in my opinion. But his agenda's done, right? All he can do at that point,
he's just there,
is get people confirmed through the Senate, potentially a Supreme Court justice, and or use executive orders.
I was going to say a flurry of executive orders,
which I hate because they go away as soon as there's a new president.
I often caution Republicans, if there's a Democratic president, what do you think they're going to do?
Eliminate those.
But Trump is creating math problems for himself, right? Because every time he betrays the base, it makes it easier for Republicans in the United States Senate to say no to him.
Of course,
right?
it does.
Like Ron Johnson got closer than he's ever gotten before to saying no, and he didn't in the end. Now you've got rumors about Joni Ernst potentially retiring. You've got
that's a serious rumor.
Kennedy, the Louisiana senator, who said he got assurances from Bob Kay that as HHS secretary, he wasn't going to disband these vaccine programs. All of the political problems compound, and once you go on a losing streak like Trump is on, everything becomes harder.
All right, let's take a break, and when we come back, who knows what we'll talk about? We have a very long list, but no order chosen. So stay with us. He is Joe Zepecki, Bill McCoshen, Steve Scaffidi, and I am Kristin Brey on Point Taken.
While you may hail from the nation's capital, when we're up to bat, you'll be saying, "Holy mackerel."
Pitch is a fly ball deep center field, back to the track. Bye-bye baseball, Christian Yelich. 465 feet for Yelich.
It's the Brewers and the Nationals, an American Family Field. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up. We are the home of the Brewers, WTMJ.
Hey, this is WTMJ, Steve Scaffidi for Avent. Tell me, you called Avent. You checked them out because you should. You want to change your life like I did 5 years ago? You don't want to go through a night where you're tossing and turning, you're snoring, keeping your bed partner up all night. It's rude, first off, but two, it's not even good for your health. You want to wake up rested and refreshed. I did something about it. I went to Abbott, 30-minute visit. They put me at ease. They answered my questions. For me, it was about sinuses and nasal passages and my breathing triangle. Very common problem. Not everybody's the same. Different problems, different solutions, but they can handle it. They did a short procedure on me, and I've never looked back. If you struggle like I used to, take the time to see how Advent can help you to find out how breathing well and sleeping well can make your nights better. Go to AdventKnows.com and schedule an appointment today, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Save on sizzling summer favorites at Fleet Farm Summer Sale, July 10th through the 13th. 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal or Matchlight briquettes are only $9.99. 24 packs of Fleet Farm drinking water are $5 for $10. And get a free $25 Fleet Farm gift card when you buy $100 worth of Columbia apparel or $100 of Ariat apparel. Stock up on all your summer needs at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm. And check out even more weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, they clicked on the blue button. We sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day and upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. We also let them know about AccuNet's property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, "no appraisal required." When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval did include that most powerful phrase, "no appraisal required," and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with the local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win. We'll also likely save you $1,000 to $3,000 in closing costs for exactly the same rate as your bank. Whether you're looking to buy or refi, click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
All right, before we get to the bottom of the hour news, since we weren't here last Friday, and that was when the signing of the I guess it's not actually called that anymore.
Signed. We had the state budget signed.
The state budget, well,
late
that was
Thursday
signed.
night.
Yes, exactly. So we'll get back to the state budget later in the show. But as far as where we go from here, who's going to sell this better in the next year and a half, especially knowing that a lot of the deeper cuts to the social safety net don't kick in
real political
until
bravery
after the midterms.
Right.
And so I guess we'll start with Joe. Joe, what were your thoughts in the last week since this big bill was signed?
I don't see them outselling it.
Okay.
Right? I mean, that's what Bill has
Not
said
yet.
is, right? Like, Trump's got to get out there and sell this thing. I think they're going to deploy Vance to start doing some of that. But this is a fundamental, like, remaking of the social contract. This country has decided for generations that the societal impact, the net good of ensuring people weren't destitute and desperate through things like access to health care and things like access to food assistance was worth it in the end, because it was less of a burden on the rest of society, so that people who were caregivers or parents or children who had to take care of aging parents could be part of the workforce and innovate and be part of the strongest economy in the world. That is all going to change. The workforce is going to suffer as a result of this. And they've done it in ways that, like, they've created these fictitious characters, these 27-year-olds playing video games in mom's basement getting checks. That's not how Medicaid works. Yeah. Like, nobody's ever gotten a check from Medicaid that wasn't a medical provider. And so they've got a problem, which is this is going to impact people's lives and communities in ways small and large that will have an aggregate impact. And, you know, to the political cowardice of it, the notion that you can push this off a couple of years and avoid the political consequences, I give the American people more credit to that.
Bill, is that it was designed so you don't have to take the heat until after the midterms?
Yeah, that part of it, and there were a lot of conservatives who didn't want that. They wanted the changes to start immediately because it would have saved more money.
If you believe in saving money.
The spending in the bill actually would have been less had they done those earlier. But, you know, getting anything done in Washington is not easy, regardless of who's in charge. Democrats have run through this as well, but I would have liked to have seen those changes come earlier. And then we could have a debate in the 26 campaign about whether they were effective or not effective. Right now, it's going to be theoretical because there won't be any evidence that people were kicked off.
It's not theoretical, though, because Arkansas did this. This is building off the Arkansas model.
Isn't Georgia doing it currently?
What happened? 18,000 people fell off the Medicaid rolls in Arkansas. And you know what happened to the state's workforce? Nothing. Stayed exactly where it was. Turns out that these folks either weren't able to work or they were working, but they just didn't get they couldn't meet the enhanced reporting requirements, which doesn't just fall on the individuals. Sometimes it falls on the employers, right? If you've got somebody working for you who, as opposed to once a month, you got to sign a piece of paper. Now you got to sign it twice a month.
It's twice a year.
But like once you increase the reporting requirements, it's a paperwork burden. It's not actually changing the makeup of the workforce in Arkansas. It's not doing what they said it would do.
Keep those text questions coming, 855-616-1620. Somebody asked about the impact of Canada sort of moving away from the U.S. I just saw a number this morning, 33% less travel from Canada to the U.S. since Trump was president. That's concerning.
We've talked about it on the show before.
That's concerning to people.
The Canadians took very personally the notion of being the 51st state, and not in a good way.
Thanks for that Canada question. Keep firing them at us. We got local news update with the great Connie Weber. Lots more to talk about with the gentleman. We got Wisconsin.
Wisconsin has a budget.
Tony Evers, the governor, swore on our show, which was sort of an interesting, iconic moment on the Point Taken legacy. So we'll have some of that conversation. Before we get to any of that or all of that, here's now the latest from ABC News.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump now on his way to Texas Hill Country.
President Trump and the First Lady traveled to Central Texas today to get a firsthand look at the devastation from the deadly flooding on July 4th. The president's expected to do an aerial tour of some of the most hard-hit areas. He'll visit a state emergency operations center to meet with first responders and get a briefing from state and local officials. The president will likely meet with some of the families who lost loved ones in the floods. The president told me Monday he was traveling to Texas to make sure things were as, quote, comfortable comfortable as possible for residents there. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
The president threatening Canada with a 35% tariff. The president posting on social media, instead of negotiating with the U.S., Canada's retaliated with its own tariffs. State Department firing more than 1,300 employees, sending layoff notices to more than 1,000 civil servants and nearly 250 foreign service officers, saying they're part of a dramatic reorganization plan implemented by the administration. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:31. I'm Connie Weber. Milwaukee police need help finding 7 robbery and battery suspects from the 4th of July. Incident happened just after 2 a.m. near Winnebago and Juneau, where the suspects took property from 2 victims. One of those victims also seriously hurt. Suspects all between the ages of 16 and 22. We have photos of them on our website, WTMJ.com. An update to a story we brought you earlier this month on Wisconsin's Morning News. An employee at the Signacast manufacturing in Hartford being investigated for possible drug use while operating a smelting pot. An explosion there hurt 5 people. Our partners at TMJ4 News report police have requested a blood sample from an area hospital based on witness statements and evidence found after the July 3rd explosion. In a 4-3 ruling, Wisconsin Supreme Court cleared the way for a permanent ban on conversion therapy. Conversion therapy already banned in 23 states. Time for news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is down 305 points, 44,344. The Nasdaq down 33 at 20,597. S&P 500 down 23 points at 6,257. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Still working on a disabled vehicle. It is off right, blocking the shoulder. I-43 north, about a half mile beyond the 4194 interchange. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Partly cloudy, warm and humid, then thunderstorms rolling in this afternoon, this evening into the overnight hours. High today 83, overnight low 70. Partly cloudy, warm and humid tomorrow with scattered showers and storms possible again tomorrow. High of 84. Mostly sunny, a little drier on Sunday, high of 83. Sunny and warm Monday, 86 for the high. And then Tuesday, a slight chance of showers and storms again. Partly cloudy with a high of 87. 71 in Madison, 72 in Green Bay, 70 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 10:33.
It's here, the largest vacation sale in the nation. Fox World Travel's exclusive July sale is back. Score unbeatable deals at all-inclusive resorts with Apple Vacations to Mexico and the Caribbean with non-stop flights. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO and mention you heard it on WTMJ. Book now and secure your spot with just a deposit. The sale ends July 25th. Don't miss out.
Looking ahead to life's next adventure? Hi, I'm Mike Yancey from Yancey & Associates. Whether you're buying a home or launching your dream business, we know there's a lot on your plate. But here's the thing, you don't have to go it alone. Since 1946, we've helped Wisconsinites like you secure, protect, and grow their version of the American dream. Our team is ready to tailor the perfect plan for you. Learn more at ANSAY.com. That's ANSAY.com.
We see you out there building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like Blaster Automotive Refrigerant with a reusable gauge, $24.99. 10% off assorted Hillman hardware. Rewards members save 20% on all K&N oil filters. Plus, we offer Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Adair Floors has the newest flooring styles. Luxury vinyl flooring in plank and tile looks. Or choose from carpeting, hardwood, and porcelain tile. Flooring for every room in your home. Get personal care from Adair. Adair Floors and Remodeling, South 27th Street in Franklin.
When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit to keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Oh, it's Friday. That means Bill McCoshen, Republican strategist, Joe Zepecki, Democratic strategist, smart guys, respected, opinionated, fun, decent, honest human beings, too. And I say that for a reason because people always go, oh,
what about Bill?
Both of you guys. People are saying they're so political, but they're also human beings. And one of the reasons this works with Kristin and Steve is that we all respect each other. We have different opinions, certainly on the politics of the day, but I think we sort of can move through that. And that I hope that's what we bring on a Friday to the show.
I agree. We're always happy to see each other.
Yeah. Well, me with you.
You and me, not so much.
Some days,
The bloom is off the rose.
Some days,
Apparently.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
All right, let's move to Wisconsin. Because we have to give you a little bit of crap, Bill, because the last time you were on, which was 2 weeks ago, you came in hot with some inside information.
White smoke from the Capitol.
White smoke from the Capitol.
That part was true.
That a deal was getting done.
That was true, yes.
That was true.
As of Monday, when we got back to work, there was no deal. There finally was a deal on Wednesday. That was Wednesday night that turned into Governor Evers signing it at 1:32 a.m. Thursday morning. And I don't know how much of what the final bill looked like was what you were told it was going to look like the week before, but it is a bipartisan bill. I think we can all agree on that, whether it is good or bad. I'm sure there's lots of opinions there, but it's certainly everyone gave up something and everyone got something. So, Bill, do you want to start with your mea culpa?
So, yeah, the speaker teased me about this when I saw him on Monday. I predicted a couple weeks ago that there was white smoke. That was true. That there was a budget deal, that the governor would get child care. He would get something for UW. He would get quite a few other things. He got all those things that I predicted.
You got that part. You just got the names wrong.
I got the names wrong. I thought I was betting on Robin Vos being the lone person in the Wisconsin Capitol who could flip Steve Noss and get him to say yes on the budget, which would have created 17 votes. Here's what happened. On Thursday of that week, Republicans had a joint caucus, which is pretty unusual, the Assembly and Senate Republicans. And I had a couple sources in there who felt pretty good about it, like they were going to be able to find a way to get to yes. By Friday afternoon, after the show, it was clear there weren't enough Republican votes. And so finally, there was some urgency to this. And it had to deal with Medicaid, and it related to a hospital tax. And we can talk about that later. So this bill was going to get done. So when the Republican Senate wasn't willing to produce 17 votes, then Governor Evers and Speaker Vos and Mark Bourne, they started recruiting Democrats. And Dianne Hasselbank came to the table, and she brought 4 other Democrat senators with her. At the end of the day, it was a compromise bill. It was finally struck on Monday night, so a couple days after the show. And then it was voted on Wednesday and signed into law on Thursday at 1:30 in the morning. So the urgency related to a hospital tax to make sure Wisconsin could get their budget signed before the big, beautiful bill was signed so that they could raise their provider tax rate from 1.8% to 6%. And that allows Wisconsin hospitals to capture about $1 billion. Without that, the big, beautiful bill would have capped Wisconsin at that 1.8, meaning that Republican and the governor would have gotten less of what they wanted because they would have had to backfill that $1 billion in the state budget.
So is the reason that there wasn't that urgency this entire time they've been talking about the budget is because we didn't know whether or not that provision in the reconciliation bill was going to be in the final bill?
We knew that part of it. What was always uncertain, well, it was actually more certain than not, was whether or not Republicans could produce 17 votes in the Senate. And then finally by Friday of what would that have been, June 28th or 29th, everyone decided we're done messing around with this. We're going to find 4 or 5 Democratic Senate votes, and we're going to get this done. And then when they did that, there were 6 or 7 Democratic votes in the Assembly as well. Yeah. There was only 1 Democrat who voted no. Honestly, if you're looking for winners and losers, anybody in a swing seat, and there are a lot of those now based on the new maps, the smart vote was to vote yes on this bill. Voters generally like compromise. It might not be everything you wanted, but voters are never going to punish you for finding a deal.
Governor told us Wednesday that this was the best budget negotiations of his tenure as governor.
He said it was totally different than
what's different?
The previous
what was different about it?
Well, I think...
Was it that urgency? Was that it?
There was a common bond that we wanted to get this done. In order for him to get his priorities, child care and a variety of other things, UW system, I mean, they went from a potential $87 million cut to a $250 million windfall. That's a pretty big swing.
And then the capital stuff on top of it. It was the largest increase to the UW system in over 2 decades.
Right. Yeah, pretty big swing. So for him to get those things, and all he really had to give, the big thing he had to give was an income tax cut, which works for him too. If he decides sometime in the next week or two that he's going to run for re-election, all of that stuff works for him.
Mm-hmm. Joe, what do you make of the...
Well, I got to remind Bill he was wrong about the sales tax rebate thing too.
But there is a
But if they
sales
had
tax on the
gotten
energy.
Steve Noss, that would have been the flip.
Okay.
But isn't there
They didn't get it.
for households for energy? There's a sales tax. I don't know
for
if it's a
energy.
rebate
That
for
Mark
energy.
Fine
Yeah.
put that in.
Yeah. No, listen, what I said was bipartisanship is good, and this governor is a smooth operator, right? Like there were a couple of times that Republicans would say, "Oh, we're not going to pass a budget at all," and Evers just kept his nose to the grindstone, like trusted the process, and got some real
$1 million for mental health services
and
inside the
$300 million for childcare. Like there are wins in this budget. And to my friends on the left who say this is not good enough,
Chris Larson,
the answer is let's get to work, because with a trifecta, Democrats can do more. But this was the best deal that was on the table. Good on the governor and the Democrats who crossed over to vote for it to get it done.
Let's
take a break.
Take a break here. After the break, look forward. There's a governor's race. We'll talk about that. Some candidates getting in, and one had a rough start this week. We'll discuss that on the Republican side of the aisle. All that coming up on Point Taken. Chris and Steve, 620 WTMJ.
Hey, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Hey, Joe. To what do we owe the honor?
Don't you have CEO-type things you need to be doing?
Or Joe might be here because he's been doing some CEO-type things that he thinks we should know about.
Bingo! You guessed it, Monica.
What do you need us to do, Joe?
Well, I'm here because I want to present an idea to you.
Cool. What is it?
I've been talking with finance companies and was able to make a deal for 18-month financing at 0% interest with a $750 or more purchase.
And your idea was to offer 18-month 0% financing to all of our customers?
It's subject to credit approval, but yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How long will we be able to do it?
From July 1st to July 31st.
0% will let people buy diamonds that were on their bucket list.
I know what I'm buying.
I'm going on a shopping spree. I'm going to have more jewelry than the Queen of England.
So you like the idea?
We don't like it. We love it.
For the location of the Kesslers nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
All right, what are you waiting for? This is WTMJ, Steve Scaffidi. Milwaukee Weight Loss changed my life. It can change yours. If you got a big event you're looking forward to, maybe a wedding, congratulations, or a reunion. You want to look good for all those old classmates. I can't believe it myself, but I started this journey in January, 45 pounds heavier than I am now. I'm in the maintenance phase now and still losing a little weight, but feeling stronger, more confident than I have in years. If you're frustrated by all that gimmicky stuff, the trendy weight loss shots, maybe you hit a plateau, dealt with side effects, or watched the weight creep back on after stopping, there's a better way, trust me. Milwaukee Weight Loss. Call them today. 262-393-2334. I'll give you the number again later. Milwaukee Weight Loss helped me lose that weight and keep it off. It's easy to do. I can do it. It's doctor-developed and natural. Helped thousands of people lose up to 10, 20% of their body weight in just 8 weeks. You can do it. Trust me, you can do it. But do not wait. Call them today, 262-393-2334, or go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com.
Hi, this is Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas. And you know, I'm a consumer just like you. And my ears perk up for pain relief messages just like you. But some of these ads...
Since I started taking this natural supplement, within weeks, my pain is completely gone.
I mean, come on. Give me a break. The truth is, there are imbalances in your body causing your pain. And there's physical therapy, which we are highly skilled at, that can improve imbalances. And there are alternative pain solutions. But not all of them are proven, safe, effective, or affordable. At Rejuvenex, the effectiveness of Toradol joined with hyaluronic acid has been proven. Our treatments are affordable, FDA approved, safe, and they're powerful medicines. They calm inflammation and cushion joints, and they can make your pain go away.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Hey, Ripon, big news. Tyson's is opening this fall. Shop trusted brand names for home, farm, auto, pet, tools, and home improvement all in one place. And count on personal customer first service every time you walk in. Check us out at Tysons.com.
Well, we couldn't get the governor to commit to announcing his run for governor next
He did
year.
commit to come on the show.
Yeah, he's going to join us at State Fair. We said,
nice.
Here's the forum. Here's the opportunity at the State Fair. Let people know if you're going to run again. I'm sort of leaning into the, and I'm not voting for him, but I'm leaning into he's going to run again.
How do you know? How do you know you're not
no.
voting for him?
I know I'm not. I'm a Josh Schoeman guy.
You don't know that Josh Schoeman's going to be the nominee for the Republican Party?
But right now it looks good. So that's my take. As of right, as you know, things can change.
Don't give away your vote before you have
Oh,
to.
stop.
What are we doing?
I'm a Josh Schoeman fan. Trust me. He's a good guy. Leads Washington County. Good county executive.
Yeah.
He's a forward thinker.
Okay.
Anyway.
So we don't know whether or not Governor Evers is running again. We do know that there's now.
Or do we?
We don't know.
We don't.
Okay.
We don't know.
All right.
But even Kathy, it sounds like, doesn't know.
His wife, Kathy.
Yes, his wife, not your wife.
She doesn't know either.
And so, but there is another candidate in the race for the GOP governor role. I don't know what I'm trying to say as far as how to frame that. But now there's another candidate. And so Bill Berrien announced this week. I think out of the four of us, you know Bill, right?
I do.
Bill?
Yeah.
So what should we know about him?
So here's what I'll tell the listeners. I will be as fair as I can. I want all candidates, whoever they turn out to be. This might be the field. There may be a third candidate sometime before Labor Day. Maybe a Tom Tiffany. We'll see. Maybe a Mary Falskowski. But I want them to be able to introduce themselves. Bill Berrien, if you are a campaign manager or a campaign consultant, has what I would call sort of the Hollywood resume. He is a Navy SEAL. He graduated Princeton. He graduated Harvard Business School. Successful manufacturer, job creator here in the state of Wisconsin, and he's an outsider. All of those things play really, really well with the Republican base, and those are things I think he's focused on in his introductory video, and that he will focus on in his rollout. Having said that, I think the rollout was pretty clumsy this week because there are a couple challenges that Bill's going to have to overcome to get through a primary. And frankly, I'm not sure he can without a Trump endorsement. Those two challenges are he was a strong supporter of ranked choice voting, which is like it's a death sentence in a Republican primary. There are no Republican primary voters who support ranked choice voting. None. Zero. Okay. And the other, he was a major donor for Nikki Haley. And that doesn't sit all that well.
Why is that a negative?
Well, people want you to either be Trump or not Trump. Right, and there are some gradations of that, including folks in this room.
Were you a Nikki Haley person before?
Both of these guys were on the Nikki
I wanted
train
her
for a
added
while.
on the ticket, though.
Okay, I thought when it was still
no,
the
I would have
primary.
been for DeSantis.
I actually voted for her. I wrote her in. It's like, why? I don't understand why that's a negative. I actually think she could be the first female president.
Still?
But those are the two.
Yes,
those are the two questions
Show me
that
a
came
Dem
up
that's
in
gonna win
all
that
of
as a
Bill's
female.
interviews
None.
this week that were obvious. And it didn't appear he was well prepared to answer those. So he's either going to have to get better training or more succinct answers to get people to focus on the good things he wants them to focus on. I don't know that he's going to be able to get beyond those two issues because talk radio is already highlighting those against him. So money solves a lot of problems in politics. It doesn't solve all of them. I think in his case, he's going to need a Trump endorsement to win the primary.
How would you compare these two? I doubt it will be just these two in the primary, but as far as these being the two candidates who have announced, Josh Schoeman and Bill Berrien, compare and contrast them for me.
Well, they're both veterans. They're both well-educated. Both have master's degrees. The difference is Josh has government experience. He has run a county, run it well. I mean, for the Republicans from the McIver Institute who were bellyaching last week about a 16% increase in state spending in this biennial budget, Josh Schoeman has been either the county administrator or the county executive in Washington County for the past 12 years, and the spending has increased 12% total, 1% per year. Yeah. That's it. So if you're on the spend less side of the Republican column, Schoeman's got some tread there that will play well with Republicans.
The Berrien example is another, for me, proof positive that just because you're a CEO or even a Navy SEAL for that matter, it doesn't give you like the green light to just be an expert politician.
Well, this is my thing. Haven't we just done this the last two times for the statewide office?
Than Michaels or
when you talk
Hovde?
about Tim Michaels and Eric Hovde. What'd you say?
Oh,
he does live here
now
full time.
Bill's willing to make those jokes along with me.
I love that Bill just threw that at us. Damn, that's good.
Joe, I think this is outside of your party, but do you have thoughts?
I don't know Mr. Berrien. I appreciate his service to this country as I do Schoeman's.
He's a good guy.
I just don't know
guy.
anything about him. My assessment of this is Donald Trump's Republican Party.
100%.
And so whoever the nominee is going to be, like, in a way, who Berrien and who Schoeman are today doesn't matter because it's Trump's party. And to win Trump's favor, you have to go more towards Trump. And I don't think that's good for our politics. I don't think that's good for policy outcomes. I don't think it's good for the Republican Party, but I'm not here to fix the Republican Party.
Don't forget, Shulman is a Trump supporter. So it's not like he's an outlier that he does it. He's been pretty vocal about that.
I understand that, but there's also a difference between being a Trump supporter and having to kiss the ring to get the endorsement and the stuff you have to say and promise to do to curry favor.
Well, and Joe knows this. Authenticity is really important in politics. And I'm going to give you a concrete example. Roger Roth ran for the 8th Congressional District. A lot of big money in Milwaukee supported him, thought he was going to win the primary. Tony Weed won the primary because he had Donald Trump's endorsement. But Roger Roth ran ads that essentially made it look like or appear that he was a Trump guy, right? And I'm not saying he wasn't a Trump guy. It wasn't like he was anti-Trump or never Trump or any of those things. But Donald Trump had already made an endorsement, and Roger tried to confuse people to say, well, I'm a Trump guy too. Berrien's rollout ad essentially does that, and it fails the authenticity test based on his history.
We got to get to break. But as a candidate trying to court Trump's favor, would more hairstyling and more makeup make you more likely for him to...
You should write a letter to the Nobel Committee trying to get him a Nobel Peace Prize.
All right. I just wanted to get some angry text. That's all I was looking for. Quick break on Point Taken.
A Friday fish fry is a family tradition. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry tonight at the historic, the beautiful, the amazing Fox and Hound Supper Club. WTMJ's John Merck here. It is one of the best. All other dinners this weekend are buy one, get one free. Pan-fried walleye, seafood, steak and lobster, prime rib on Saturdays. Any entree, your second dinner is free. They bring that dessert tray around. You don't want to miss that, especially because desserts are also buy one, get one free. This Saturday, only enjoy a 10-ounce prime rib with 3 shrimp, 3 scallops, and a 4-ounce grilled salmon topped with garlic butter and all the sides for $69.99. Sounds good, huh? Well, that's for 2 dinners on a Saturday night. The Fox and Hounds off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The drive through the Catamaran is gorgeous. And this Saturday only, enjoy 2 prime rib, shrimp, scallop, and salmon dinners for just $69.99. Tables are open, but call and reserve your free dinner. It's great food, great service. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority. They are your premium provider for eye care and corrective eye surgeries. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. Dr. Nausheen Abbas joined the Holtebeck Eye Center team last September, and her practice philosophy is to provide patient-centered medicine by giving all options. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol. Learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Escape the city and relax at Lake Lawn Resort in beautiful Delavan, Wisconsin. Enjoy outdoor activities on Delavan Lake, tee off at the Lakeside Majestic Oaks Golf Course, or unwind at the award-winning Caladora Spa. With both indoor and outdoor pools, there's fun for the whole family. Take a cruise on the Lake Lawn Queen, explore stunning shores and historic landmarks, and enjoy delicious food and drinks on board. Book your stay today at lakelawnresort.com, where everything is better at the lake.
So, a buddy of mine didn't fix the AC for his wife because he had heard on some podcast that cold plunges boost metabolism and reduce inflammation.
Wait, he pitched a broken AC as a health benefit?
Yep, said they should embrace the chill, and she told him to embrace the couch.
Wow, that's legendary.
I told him that same-day service is literally what we do.
So call us at Capital Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. We bring the cool without the crazy for same-day repairs 7 days a week.
Call CapitalCares.com.
We're Ted and Pam, owners of Church and Chapel Funeral Homes here in town.
Our family, serving your family.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 timber tech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a good karma brand station.
I thought I'd get more angry makeup text tonight. I'm just saying.
You got some show left.
All of a sudden, people
Give
are
it
wearing
time.
makeup.
There's an hour left.
That aren't women.
Boys
and they're
wearing
getting
makeup?
And they're getting hairstyled.
Shudders.
And they have like makeup studios.
It
Pete
is
Hegg
funny
stuff
because
in
there's a
your,
lot
Pentagon
of
offices.
There's a lot of men who like to make fun of because for some reason, younger Gen Z men that are straight are painting their nails more often. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this, but
For what
just,
purpose?
Just because it's the same kind of accessory type thing. And then obviously there's other kinds of men who then want to make fun of those men. But then those men who are making fun of the guys who are wearing nail polish, not making fun of the guys who are wearing makeup. Why?
I have no idea.
Maybe they just want
as a group
maybe
of men,
they want their face to align with their identity.
I guess my Trump point
gender
is,
affirming care.
if he's wearing the makeup, do a better job at it. That's my point with the president. I mean, you are the president of the United States. I mean, that's like a hack job. Is he doing it himself, or you got a team?
How about the haircut of Biden's doctor? Oh my God!
Yeah, that was
I
extreme.
missed that.
Yeah, I didn't see
Take
that
a
one.
look at that haircut for a second.
Oh.
It's like,
I'm sorry, have you seen JD
It's
Vance?
tragic.
The back of JD Vance's head?
No.
Oh, it's terrible.
But the original Trump doctor haircut, like that was.
He's a congressman now.
Yeah.
No, not Ronnie Jackson. The guy before that.
Who is that?
Who wrote
I don't
the
even know
letter being like the healthiest man who's ever lived.
Yeah, Biden's doctor. Yeah, he's had a serious bad haircut.
All right, send those emails to Kristin Brey at whatever. All right.
Whatever.
After the break, is there going to be a new party in this country? Well, if you listen to Elon Musk, and that's a bad advice, there may be. News is next.
Welcome to The Knowledge Brokers, weekly feature covering the dynamics of the insurance market, how it affects Wisconsin businesses and residents. Sponsored by the original Knowledge Broker, R&R Insurance. And joining us today, Jeff Salazinski, Vice President of Insurance Operations. Jeff, you always have unique insights as to what's affecting the insurance industry and actually what it means for all the folks listening. We're 6 months into 2025. What are you seeing?
Thank you, Vince. Great to be here again. 2025 has so far been defined by three very material happenings: catastrophic losses. Whether it's tornadoes here locally, wildfires in California, it's shaping up to be another expensive year. Legal system abuse, attorney advertising, and third-party litigation funding are rightfully getting a lot of attention these days. Lastly, volatile investment markets. Big declines and big gains have led the roller coaster that's been 2025.
Yeah, so why is that so important to not only insurers, but more importantly to folks listening right now?
Vince, despite the catastrophic weather, despite the factors driving more attorney involvement and higher costs, adding to this wild swings in investment returns, the current insurance market can present opportunities for buyers. There's multiple types of insurance where costs are decreasing, other types of insurance where costs are increasing. These opportunities are created if you're working with the right insurance professional.
So why should a business or family work with R&R Insurance?
At R&R Insurance, we understand complex, dynamic issues and how this impacts businesses and families. We understand how to best protect your company assets or your personal assets. And at R&R Insurance, we're on top of issues like this and have been for almost 50 years. If you're looking for a better insurance purchasing experience, we'd love to speak with you. At R&R Insurance, we know business insurance.
That's Jeff from R&R Insurance. Learn more at myknowledgebroker.com.
Networks, streaming services, retail chains, and tech giants are all adding plus to their names. But where did the concept originate? We may be biased, but we think these big wigs found their inspiration for plus at Hasseless Mattress. Hasseless showrooms are employee-free. Give your mattress a try with no pushy sales guy. Plus, our 35 beds from the top 5 brands start at $393. Plus, unbeatable prices on Tempur-Pedic. Plus, free next-day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, 60-month interest-free financing on select Tempur-Pedic with approved credit. Plus, a $300 MasterCard gift card with your Tempur-Pedic mattress. Plus, a ruggedly handsome spokesman with a smooth radio voice. Get all this, plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hasseless Mattress. Or maybe we should change our name to Hasseless Plus. Nah. Open 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasseless.com.
Forget all that chatter in Washington. Let's hear Milwaukee make some noise. It's the Brewers hosting the Nationals.
American Family Field, on their feet and in approval.
Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up on the home of the Brewers. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
11:01, we have 71 degrees, partly cloudy, warm and humid with afternoon and evening thunderstorms rolling in. High today of 83. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Connie Weber. Funeral services today for fallen Milwaukee police officer Kendall Quarter. After the service at Elmbrook Church, another procession will bring Quarter to his final resting place at Wisconsin Memorial Park. Public is welcome to watch the final procession this afternoon, running along Barker Road and Capitol Drive in Brookfield. The burial will be a private ceremony. We'll have coverage of the proceedings throughout the day here on WTMJ. President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump on their way to Texas to tour damage caused by devastating floods. Visit comes a week after that sudden flash flooding hit the area, leaving at least 120 people dead, many still unaccounted for. Before leaving the White House, President Trump talked about his new tariffs on Canada, 35%, due to what he says is a lack of control over fentanyl coming into the U.S. President says he sent a letter to Canadian leaders, not sure if certain goods will be exempt from the latest tariff round.
We're going to see. It was sent yesterday. They called. I think it was fairly well received. It's what we need. So we'll see what happens.
New tariffs to take effect August 1st. Universities of Wisconsin undergraduates can expect a 5% tuition increase in the coming school year.
The Universities of Wisconsin Board of Regents unanimously approved the increase. Regent Ashok Rai says it's necessary to remain cost competitive.
Our flagship has the 6th lowest resident undergraduate tuition of its 7 Midwest counterparts.
And President Jay Rothman says federal funding remains at risk around every corner.
As we work to expand access and grow the number of graduates we produce, threats to limit Pell Grant funding will jeopardize these efforts and ultimately have a negative impact on the Wisconsin economy.
Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Wisconsin opening its doors for more filmmakers to bring projects to the state. As part of the newly signed biennial budget, any production that comes to Wisconsin will receive a $5 million incentive. Our news partners at NBC 26 talked with UW Oshkosh film student James Tischler, who says it's a major win for local artists.
It's the golden goose. It's exactly what Wisconsin needed, because there's tons of places around Wisconsin where you can make films, especially for small creators like me.
A new state budget also creates a state film office, which will be added to the Wisconsin Department of Tourism. Federal judge in Los Angeles may issue a restraining order looking to stop ICE raids in the city. The judge, a Biden appointee, does seem critical of the government's position, telling its lawyers she wants more specifics about the operations and less generalities. Attorneys with public counsel and the ACLU argue the operations are racial profiling, detaining people based on appearance. Some Delta passengers this week stranded in Paradise. A U.S.-bound flight from Madrid, Spain, had to divert to the Azores after the plane experienced a problem with one of the engines. Here's ABC's Sam Champion.
According to the airline, an indication of a mechanical issue in an engine prompted the flight crew to divert the Airbus A330 to an Air Force base in the Azores. It's a remote chain of islands just off the coast of Portugal.
Passengers were on the island for about 30 hours, received meals and hotels through Delta. Lush landscaping and vibrant floral displays this weekend in Cedarburg. The 15th annual Garden Walk, hosted by the Cedarburg Women's Club. Kristin tells WTMJ 5 private gardens will be featured on the walk.
Some of them go around and they label every different type of plant, shrubbery, tree, so that the people that are visiting are able to know what they are and can duplicate, if they wish, in their own gardens.
The Garden Walk takes place Saturday and Sunday. More details at WTMJ.com. Time for news about your money and the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is down 345 points. NASDAQ down 15. The S&P 500 is down 23. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at AnnexWealth.com. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:05.
When people think sleep apnea, they think CPAP. Now at Advent, we do all we can to help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine. And most sleep apnea sufferers who come to Advent are going to be able to avoid a CPAP altogether. Our unique Advent approach using simple in-office solutions can get your nose working and throat open all under one roof. You see, the root of every snoring and obstructive sleep apnea problem lies within the throat, nose, or both. At Advent, we know when we get the nose and throat working properly, most snoring and sleep apnea problems will subside. And we have the most simple and convenient, ultra-effective in-office solutions that can do just that. And this is why people have traveled by planes, trains, and automobiles from corners of the world you would never think of to find the sleep apnea and snoring relief you won't find elsewhere.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Save on sizzling summer favorites at Fleet Farm Summer Sale, July 10th through the 13th. 16-pound bags of Kingsford charcoal or Matchlight briquettes are only $9.99. 24 packs of Fleet Farm drinking water are $5 for $10. And get a free $25 Fleet Farm gift card when you buy $100 worth of Columbia apparel or $100 of Ariat apparel. Stock up on all your summer needs at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm. And check out even more weekly deals at fleetfarm.com.
Academic Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 255368.
Don't settle for a flimsy bank pre-approval. Get the pre-approval listing agents and sellers recognized as better than the rest. The rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval from AccuNet. Get yours by clicking on the blue button at accunet.com.
When you speed, you have less time to react. Follow the speed limit to keep other road users safe. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Brewers will open their final series before the All-Star break. Milwaukee will play 3 games against the Nationals beginning tonight. Bucks open Summer League play on a high note with a 90-89 win over the Nuggets. They play Saturday afternoon against the Cavaliers. Take a look at the roads now with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I-41 south at Oklahoma Avenue. Right lane there blocked due to a disabled vehicle. And there may be some lane closures due to debris in the road. I-41 south at the ramp from Ryan Road. Here's the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Warm and humid today with afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. High today 83. Chance of showers overnight. Low of 70. Scattered showers and storms possible tomorrow with a high of 84. Sunny on Sunday. A little drier with a high of 83. Sunny and warm Monday. High of 86. And then a slight chance of showers and storms again on Tuesday. Partly cloudy 87. 73 in Madison. 76 in Green Bay. 71 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time 11:08.
Broadcasting live from the Annex Wealth Management Studios at the Avenue. It's time for Point Taken. Here are your hosts, Steve Scaffidi and Kristin Brey.
I should have just recorded the off-air stuff. Got to put it on the podcast. It was priceless. Priceless.
Little inside baseball, maybe.
Yeah, that stuff we couldn't put on the air. Trust me, Kristin Brey, Steve Scaffidi. Point Taken on this Friday. Sort of an OT of the, and we'll work up to 2 hours at some point. We've been tossed around.
We got to get in 2 hour shape, Joe.
We have to be worthy. Yeah. There's some training involved.
Sure. Yeah.
Some probably HR stuff we'll have to do. All right, Elon Musk, who I was probably right more than anybody in this room that he was going to eventually blow up and the whole thing went crazy, and I was right on all that. I almost got the dates right.
What? What dates?
When I said he'd be out of the administration, I missed it by a week. All of that stuff. You should go back and listen to do you listen to the podcast at all of our show?
You need to listen, Kristin.
Yeah.
Fair.
You need to listen more.
Anyways, Musk wants to start an America party. I think most people who know politics would say this is a pipe dream, no matter how much money you have, just because
I love the name of the party.
The America's Party, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is ironic for someone who is not born in America, but whatever. I don't even know where to take this because I feel like it's such a pipe dream that this would ever happen. Okay.
For this conversation, what is more likely by the year 2027 that the Trump administration has denaturalized and deported Elon Musk, or that there is a single member of Congress who is a member of the America Party?
By what date?
Oh.
By January of 2027. So after the midterms, is it more likely that Musk has been evicted from the country, or that there is an America Party member of Congress in the House or Senate?
Evicted.
I think neither.
Well, no, you have to choose one or the other.
I don't have to. I'm saying neither's going to happen.
He is rejecting the premise of the question.
Flat out.
I do not like the question.
I don't like this game.
I'll say the latter.
Yeah, you think it's more like...
Oh, you think it's more likely that he'll get one member of Congress elected?
Yeah, that's not a short play. That's a long-term play. Decades.
I agree with Kristin. I think it's more likely that Musk is no longer an American citizen.
But it's also the fact that he's just like pillaging his own companies. Like the shareholders and the board of Tesla are like, will you stop?
This is not a well man.
Yeah.
Well, he's probably a drug addict.
Yeah, I mean, the behavior is erratic. The you know that there are NDAs and trying to buy people's silence all over the place. The notion that an America party was just like, oh, no, why didn't anybody else think of a third party before?
Right.
I don't think this is going to go really well, but it is, as long as it is in the conversation, it is a problem primarily for Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
We started the last hour talking about the losses that Trump has taken in just the last week that make his base politics more complicated. This has the potential to further crack that base, because there are people who were bigger fans of Musk than they were of Trump. And when Musk went all in for Trump last fall, that pushed them over the edge. And so the warning signs abound for the MAGA coalition.
But do you feel like there's still a lot? I feel like that's a smaller group as far as in this, whatever you want to call this, a breakup. The people dedicated to Elon Musk feels like a much, much smaller group.
No
and
question.
I think he's making it smaller.
That's
by
he's
his own
so
actions.
think about how he just like totally ruined any chance. I mean, not that Schimmel was ever maybe going to win that race, but his involvement made him even less popular, I would argue.
But on the margins is enough. Donald Trump won the election by 250,000 votes across 3 states. You don't need 10 million people to leave the MAGA coalition for it to crack.
Let me ask you this, Bill. So I have a lot of friends who loved the relationship between Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
I'm one of them.
They praised Elon Musk. They'd get mad at me when I said, trust me, this guy's not going to last. And I was right. Again, patting myself on the back.
You want a cookie?
I want a cookie. I'd love a cookie, actually. So what do you say to those folks who are now pissed off at Elon Musk for, destroying some of the importance and relevancy of the Trump administration because of that relationship? What do you say to those folks? You just throw them aside?
No, if you heard me and Corey Nettles at the Wisconsin Policy Forum back in January, I predicted he'd be gone by July. I was wrong by a month, or maybe 2 months, I guess it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
So you were closer to when the breakup would happen. This whole thing is so weird to me because it appears, and I'm no doctor, manic or bipolar. The swings this guy has on his moods are really, really violent and not in a good way. And I don't think they're helpful to him. I think he's shrinking his support base, not growing it by what he's doing. And honestly, I think Governor Ron DeSantis had the best idea this week, which is if debt and deficit is your number one issue, and that's what Elon says his top issue is, then why not get the balanced budget amendment passed in 7 more states? That's all it's going to take to form a constitutional convention about it, and get it on the nationwide ballot. That is something productive he could do with his money, if that's his number one issue. I'm going to tell you today, if you poll on that, if you polled on it 30 years ago, if you poll on it today, it's not going to make the top 3 for any voter.
What poll on what specifically?
On debt and deficit. It doesn't.
Someone should tell Ron Johnson that.
It just doesn't. They vote on what impacts them the most, and that doesn't necessarily, or they don't see that it impacts them immediately. So I think the whole thing is a farce. I think he's putting himself at risk that his shareholders kick him out of his own companies. I'm totally grateful for what he's done on the private side with all of his companies. He's a genius, obviously. I thought he did good work with Doge. Got a little bit more about him at the end than about what the process was. And I think Susie Wiles said it best this week, which is the whole breakup is just bizarre. She didn't get it. Why did he march away mad? What was the deal on that? And I mean, the last point I'll make is politics is addicting, and he clearly got addicted to it. And so now that he's out of it, he wants to get back in it. And the way he does it is he thinks creates a new party.
Pretty
Not
good
gonna work.
experience on your favorite website this week with Mecha Hitler as Grok.
I see Elon bragging about the improvements of Grok.
Would you say those are improvements?
No, I don't.
Do you know what we're talking about?
I don't.
Oh, well, Grok went
don't.
full Nazi this week.
Oh.
After Elon Musk announced that he because Grok was getting too woke.
Follow him.
And so he had to reset Grok to make it less politically incorrect, his words. And then the new Grok came out and went on anti-Semitic tirades.
Not
so much
up to
so that the
speed on that.
CEO
Yeah.
of Twitter X has now stepped down.
Why is it called Grok?
You missed all of this?
I missed that part. Yeah.
Why is it called Grok? Anyone know?
I do, but we don't have time. We have to get to a break.
We got
I'll
to take a
explain
break.
it during the commercial.
The guys, Makasha Zapecki, and us, Kristin and Steve, point taken. 620 WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I hope you'll join me every Saturday at 1 o'clock for Experience Wisconsin. We check in with communities, people, events throughout Wisconsin. We're going to show you some really fun stuff. Romantic getaways, family fun ideas. We've got it covered for you from top to bottom. This week, a great show. The Marcus Center for the Performing Arts has a cool event coming up. Lake Geneva, one of the special parts of our state, will be featured, and also Lake Lawn Resort. It's Experience Wisconsin right here on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ, Steve Scaffidi here for Annex Wealth Management. If you have big questions about inflation, money, retirement goals, join John McCure, my teammate, on Tuesday, July 15th. Bring your questions. They do a really good job at answering those questions. Check out the webinar. John is co-hosting with Annex Wealth Management's Brian Jacobson, who's been on our show. Chief economist, outstanding expert on all things related to your finances and financial planning. Tuesday, July 15th at 9 a.m. They're going to talk about the inflation data that gets released that morning, what it means for your investments, your 401k, important, and the economy. There's so much information flying around. You want straight answers on your money? Brian and John will provide you with all you need to know about inflation and what to look for next. Visit WTMJ.com and click on the Instant Insight Register Now button, or check it all out at events on AnnexWealth.com. Always a great resource, AnnexWealth.com. That's Tuesday, July 15th at 9 a.m. with John McCure and Brian Jacobson. These things are awesome. Trust me, I've been involved in some. I got another one later in the month. Register today. Instant Insight at WTMJ.com. The Register Now button, or check it all out at AnnexWealth.com. Tuesday, July 15th at 9 a.m.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here for Tri-County Contracting. You've heard about Tri-County Contracting and their worry-free roof tune-up. You've heard about their instant roof quote. But don't forget, Tri-County Contracting also handles windows. Our project at my home moving right along right now, and the process has been so easy and thorough. It's nice when you can trust the team you're working with and know that they are looking out for you. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com. It's worry-free roofing, siding, and also windows. Tri-County Contracting, WI.com.
Welcome back to Point Taken. We got 2 more segments left with the guys, Joe Zapecki, Bill McCoshen. So there was, even though the SCOTUS term was over, there was another ruling that came out this week as far as workforce and the ability to continue to do mass layoffs. It was 8-1, and there was another scathing as far as Sotomayor pointed, yes, pointing out Ketanji Brown Jackson's
dissent.
Yes. And so you Bill, picked up on this. And so I have not looked into this case as much and know why this is a big deal. So explain it to us.
So KGB says she, in her dissents on a couple recent opinions, the first was about the district courts and what their powers were. She dissented on that. That was actually 6-3, but her dissent was so unique that all 8 other justices called her out for it because she was essentially endorsing an imperial court system while bashing an imperial executive. Okay, and all 8, 6 Republicans or 6 conservatives, 2 Democrats, 2 progressives, called her out on it. And then the very next week, she's on the one side of an 8-1 decision on these workforce issues and what it would appear. And I'm not an attorney, and I don't know if you asked Rick Essenberg about this week, but it appeared her opinion was not even based on the case that was before them. She was sort of talking about something theoretical and not the case that was actually before them. So it was a progressive, Sotomayor, who called her out and said, yeah, I might agree with you on that, but that's not what we're talking about. Pretty embarrassing, I think, from a legal standpoint. But the weird part about the whole thing this week is she said she's got asked about this, and she says that she uses these opinions, dissents generally, to tell people how she feels about these issues, which is pretty unique to the Supreme Court. That they're not about feelings. They're about the law. They're about interpreting the law. So, yeah, I think it has been striking, and it sets her apart in not such a great way for her professionally. She's a relatively young woman. She'll be there, I would think, 20-plus years. I think she would want to find a way to find a rhythm with some of the other justices and get in line, but that's not how she's operating so far.
Different ideologies, but sort of the Clarence Thomas path. I don't care what anyone else thinks. This is what I think.
Yeah, right.
We are in a unique moment in American history. I don't think any of us would dispute that.
No.
Right? And so what seems clear is the court's strategy, led by the chief, John Roberts, has been to try to do narrow rulings on the procedure as opposed to speaking to the broader legal questions. We've talked about this.
That's been true.
I believe Roberts is trying to play for time and push off a confrontation between the executive branch and the judicial branch.
I think that's right.
And what seems clear to me is Justice Brown Jackson is waving her arms, saying, we can't just pretend that these are narrow questions. These are big questions that get to the heart of the rule of law in this country and the relationship between the three branches. And so that is a strategy, right? People get to execute their own strategy, and she is drawing attention to it. So I'm not here to criticize her for that. I'm not a lawyer. Bill's not a lawyer. None of us are lawyers.
None of us are lawyers.
But it is a defensible strategy to say we have to stop playing small ball and ruling procedurally and get to these larger questions.
All right. We left some time for Grab Bag on the extended edition of the Political Power Hour on Fridays at Point Taken with Kristin and Steve. Joe?
What have I called it before? Blow?
Jill? Bo?
Yeah. Bo, yeah. Bill McCosh and Joseph Pecky will wrap it up with Grab Bag after this on 620 WTMJ.
A Friday fish fry is a family tradition. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry tonight at the historic, the beautiful, the amazing Fox and Hound Supper Club. WTMJ's John Mercure. It is one of the best. All other dinners this weekend are buy one, get one free. Pan-fried walleye, seafood, steak and lobster, prime rib on Saturdays. Any entree, your second dinner is free. They bring that dessert tray around. You don't want to miss that, especially because desserts are also buy one, get one free. This Saturday, only enjoy a 10-ounce prime rib with 3 shrimp, 3 scallops, and a 4-ounce grilled salmon topped with garlic butter and all the sides for $69.99. Sounds good, huh? Well, that's for 2 dinners on a Saturday night. The Fox and Hounds off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The drive through the Catamaran is gorgeous. And this Saturday only, enjoy 2 prime rib, shrimp, scallop, and salmon dinners for just $69.99. Tables are open, but call and reserve your free dinner. It's great food, great service. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the July Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big on top brands like Bradington Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradington Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown Mattress Factory showroom.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Shopco Optical. Get eyewear for everything you do at Shopco Optical. Schedule your annual comprehensive eye exam, check out new frame styles, and order your annual supply of contact lenses all in one place. Enjoy the time and attention your eyes deserve at Shopco Optical. Receive quality eye care and a personalized vision solution tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. Call Shopco Optical or visit shopco.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 timber tech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
All right. Since we got most of the politics out of our systems, let's finish up with some grab bags.
Let's get right to it. We don't have a lot of time. Bill McCosh.
My grab bag, let's go to the fun. The Milwaukee Brewers. They are overperforming. A lot of people, when they started slow, thought, this was a team that should be selling at the deadline. I think are going to be buyers at the deadline. Hopefully they get another big bat in their lineup. But their pitching staff has been sensational. And watching Brandon Woodruff come back last Sunday and pitch the way he did was magical. I'm going to get to see him tomorrow with my wife and my oldest son. We bought some high-priced tickets behind home plate so we could be up close and personal.
Nice.
This is a great news story for the state of Wisconsin, for the franchise, and if you haven't had a chance to see the Brewers yet this year, whether it's Peralta or Woody, or it's now this Miz kid, or it's Pat Murphy, who's done a sensational job as their manager.
Hottest team in baseball.
This is one you got to watch. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to finally see him tomorrow.
Big crowds out there, too.
Should be huge. We had over 100,000 on a weekday series with the Dodgers.
Yeah, we were there on Wednesday.
Was it fun?
I was blown away by how many people were there. It was great.
Good
that
job,
was the one where
good
Churio
job
won
Brewers
at the
fans
10th.
for supporting his team because they deserve it. Hottest team in baseball.
My grab bag. Rachel Brosnahan portrays Lois Lane in the new Superman movie that comes out today. There were showings last night. I saw one with my better half.
How'd you see it last night if it comes out
Born
today?
in Milwaukee. Milwaukee native.
Joe's an insider.
So you got
She's also, if
early
people
pass?
don't know, she was Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
They still hew to tradition and have release dates on Fridays, but now there are always Thursday showings, and in some cases there are Wednesday.
So how woke was Superman?
It's not woke, according as Variety or Vulture put it. The new Superman movie is not political. We just live in an era of actual supervillains. It really is not woke. It has something to say, but to me, it's not overly political.
All right, my grab bag, since I'm not going to be here on Monday and Tuesday, is a very happy birthday to my cousin Ella. She just turned 18, and it was also her graduation. We're going up to Rapids to celebrate her tomorrow. And then it's also my dear mother, Debbie Brey, is turning 70 on Tuesday.
Happy birthday, Mama Brey.
And so I'm very excited to celebrate her as well. And so, love a family.
Mine goes out to McDonald's. Now, if you've been following along, thanks Milwaukee Weight Loss, I've lost a lot of weight. And I haven't really been eating at McDonald's, but I was always a big fan of that snack wrap, the grilled chicken one. So they brought it back yesterday after like 10 years of being away. And first off, the price, $2.59 or $2.99. It used to be like $1.50.
Yeah.
Thanks, Trump.
No,
come
Trump
on.
has nothing to do with that. But here's what drives me nuts. It used to be grilled chicken or the crunchy fried version. They just have the fried version now. That's not fair. That's not right.
Good for your diet.
That's horrible. I was looking forward to having a grilled chicken snack wrap, and now I probably won't have one.
You could probably make them at home, and they'd be even better for you.
My lovely wife, Kathy's a great cook, and she has made similar things at home. But, the McDonald's thing is, I love their Diet Coke. I have like one a week, but oh my God.
Someone explained to me recently why that is.
Unique formula.
No, it's because of how quickly they go through Diet Coke, and so it's freshly carbonated. Because when it's a fountain drink like that, compared to a can of soda,
it's better.
It is better because it's
good.
It's the syrup meeting the carbon as they're serving it to you versus it being canned. And because McDonald's goes through so much of it, it is even fresher. And that is why it's so good.
Here's how weird the story is. So somebody sees me in the McDonald's drive-thru and goes, "I thought you were on a diet." I go, "I'm getting a Diet Coke. Can I not get a Diet
Getting
Coke?"
called out by strangers.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus.
What's your McDonald's go-to?
The Big Mac.
Chicken nuggets.
Double cheeseburger.
Just a cheeseburger, regular cheeseburger, yeah, with fries. I mean, the fries are amazing. Let's be honest.
Pretty old school. That Steve Scaffidi.
He is. I am. So. We're going to do it again next week.
We are.
Yes.
And you'll be back.
Everyone's in person next week?
Yes.
All right, look at that.
Then the
2
following
hours?
week we'll be down.
Can we get you guys to commit to 2 hours?
You guys think about it.
We'll think about it.
Check my calendar.
All right.
Check
we'll have
my
our people
commitments.
call your people.
We got 15 seconds. What's the big story next week going to be in politics in this country? What do you think?
Tariffs.
Tariffs. Yeah, he's still screwing around with that whole thing.
Could
Bill?
be. Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that people go on the lighter side. They focus on the All-Star game, that it has high viewership and it's a great game, and it's America's pastime, and Milwaukee's got a great team. So
MLB All-Star Week, is that really that popular?
Oh yeah, I think
so. Used to be.
God, when I was a kid, that was like the whole
I know,
thing.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like all these All-Star weekends are like, does anyone pay attention besides now the NHL with the Canada versus America?
5 seconds. Do you
Bash
step away
Brothers?
from politics over the weekend?
Yes.
You get away from it.
Yeah.
Smart call. That's why you're in good shape. You're You're taking care of your brain and your body. All right, got local news with Connie Weber. Before we get to any of that, here's now the latest. Thank you, guys, from ABC.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. A week after a gunman opened fire on an officer outside an ICE detention center in Texas, the search continues for the shooter. At the top of the list of suspects, a former Marine reservist.
Benjamin Song is thought to have been among a group of heavily armed people who lured a police officer to an immigration detention center in Alvarado, south of Fort Worth, then shot and seriously wounded him. Teddy May is the police chief.
Attack on my department, attack on our city. Attack on the rule of law.
His officer is recovering. A dozen people are in custody, and a $35,000 reward's been posted for information about Benjamin Song. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
President Trump and the First Lady are traveling to Texas Hill Country today. They'll tour some of the destruction caused by catastrophic floods 1 week ago. 121 are dead, more than 160 still missing. A wildfire is burning near the Grand Canyon, forcing the closure of the North Rim. Grand Canyon National Park is under an extreme heat warning. This is ABC News.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:31. I'm Connie Weber. Honoring the life of fallen Milwaukee police officer Kendall Corder, the public's invited to be along the final procession route along Barker Road and Capitol Drive in Brookfield this afternoon. Timothy Nelson of Oak Creek raised a flag in honor. He told WTMJ he's been to 58 funerals of first responders in the last 7 years.
I wish it would stop. One first responder death is too many. It just needs to stop, man. It never gets easy, but it's my way of coming out and saying thank you.
Says he holds the flag for those who cannot. We'll have coverage right here on WTMJ. A 4-year-old and another person killed in separate overnight shootings in Milwaukee. Child's body found near 75th and Northridge Lakes Boulevard on the far northwest side. Police say they are not seeking suspects. In the second shooting, a 39-year-old died at 51st and Hope, also on the northwest side. A suspect linked to that shooting is in custody. Man from Cudahy facing charges after a police standoff over the holiday weekend. A neighbor called police after an unruly party at 45-year-old Jason Roloff's house. Officers were met by Roloff, who allegedly pointed a gun at them, then kept them at bay for 3 hours. Police fired some shots, finally arrested him. Time for some news about your money in the WTMJ Annex Wealth Management Market Update. The Dow is down 338 points, 44,312. NASDAQ down 5 at 20,624. The S&P 500 is down 21 points at 6,259. Financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Details at annexwealth.com. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. I-41 south at Oklahoma Avenue. The right lane there was blocked due to a disabled vehicle. It looks like that has been cleared off the roadway. Here's your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Partly cloudy, warm and humid with afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. Those storms continuing into the overnight hours. High today, 83. Overnight low, 70. Scattered showers and storms possible tomorrow with a high of 84. Mostly sunny on Sunday, a little drier, less humid, high of 83. Sunny and warm Monday, 86. And then Tuesday, again, a slight chance of showers and storms. Partly cloudy with a high up to 87. 73 in Madison, 76 in Green Bay, and 71 in Milwaukee. I'm Connie Weber. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 11:33.
As host of the Fix-It Show, I've talked to countless homeowners worried about musty basements, water seepage, and foundation cracks. And my answer is always the same. Call Accurate Basement Repair. They're not just Wisconsin's #1 rated foundation and waterproofing team. They deliver real peace of mind. I've recommended them for years because I know the quality of their work. And more importantly, the integrity behind it.
Wow, we're grateful for that trust, David. Every home we restore, we treat like our own. And that's what Accurate is all about.
They're not just good, they're accurate.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while. Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s. 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text BOSS to 321321. That's BOSS to 321321. BOSS to 321321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Yes, we're actively considering bringing the guys in for the full 2 hours. It just goes so fast.
It's their schedule. I mean, we're here no matter what for 2 hours.
We are, yes.
Yeah.
Contractually, yes.
Three more segments with May.
Well, it's not agony. It's palatable.
I'm interested to see what kind of feedback we get from this next.
This next
topic.
one's interesting.
Because I like to walk.
Porn?
Yeah. Well, I don't. Well, regardless of that, but it's like trying to be a little bit edgier, especially on a Friday.
Sure.
All right. So, as we remember, one of the rulings from the Supreme Court in this last session was that they upheld a Texas law requiring age verification for online pornography websites. So, what does that mean? There is now the fact that Pornhub, one of the major porn providers, is now just not available in states that require age requirements, because basically they have done the calculus that it is not worth
it
putting in the software that would need to be there for people to write in what their age is and have it be verified. And so they just will block it. And so most recently, I think it was June 30th to July 1st, 3 more states, Georgia, South Dakota, and Wyoming, enacted new laws requiring age verification, and Pornhub blocked access to those sites. What happened? Within the first 6 hours of Pornhub blocking Georgia users from accessing its site, Google searches in Georgia for, quote, how to watch porn exploded by 3,620%. Searches for alternative platforms like OnlyFans and X videos rose by 64 and 139% respectively. And the outrage on social media platforms from Reddit and X was widespread, and the searches for VPNs soared by 170%. And so I got some interesting feedback earlier this year when I wrote an op-ed, because U.S. Senator Mike Lee has introduced a bill to ban all porn. And it's just one of those things where it's like, bans just never really work. Didn't we try this with prohibition? We know this with the war on drugs. People will find a way. And so I think that there is an argument as far as teaching young people about porn, having more conversations about it, having better sexual health education. So there's a reality of what sex is, versus just trying to ban it and thinking people are not going to find a way.
Yeah, I mean, you laid it out brilliantly. They will find a way. You're not going to block them. My question is, I actually just did a search, which I was not allowed to do because it's a work computer. Like, what % of people watch porn actively? And it was not allowed. It won't allow.
I bet that's an underreported number, whatever it does pop up.
Yeah, but it's blocked. Because
you can't even find the
apparently
stat?
The word porn is not allowed on our work computers, which makes sense. This look, have I seen porn? Yes. What is the fascination for some people to watch porn constantly? No life outside of their bedroom, or?
I mean, I actually think that this, especially with younger, we'll say men, because I don't think that would be disputed as far as there's more men who watch it than women.
I think most of the places say that's
women do
true.
watch porn, but I think that there is something to be said as far as the easy access and like dopamine hits across the board, whether it's social media, online gambling, porn, just all of this easy access, feel good, fast drip that people can get addicted to, that I think it goes into that I think porn is not unlike the other other categories I just listed out as far as people. It's the dopamine hit. I don't know how else to say it.
I don't think people's behavior is going to change because of a restriction, and with all the VPNs that people are creating,
because that hurts. I mean, that hurts. That affects everybody. If these sites just are like, well, we're not going to set up shop in this state at all. It's not just the underage people that the bill was targeted.
Users,
it's anyone who wanted to access those sites. And now I don't know what happens with these other, because Pornhub's not the only player in the game. What an OnlyFans, but I think OnlyFans, it's not free. So maybe you have to put in your credit card information and your actual identification.
Yeah, it's not free.
So that's why they can still be in different states. I don't know exactly how it works.
I don't think you're ever going to stop people that really, really want to get access to whatever this is. You're just not going to. And you're a brilliant example of prohibition. When people want something as apparently strongly they want porn, they're going to find it. And
I mean, prostitution's illegal in most states.
Yeah, and
everywhere but Nevada, right?
And I've been in many really nice hotels in Vegas, and trust me, there's prostitutes sitting right next to me at the sports bar.
Do you know them? I mean, not know them personally, but like, do you
that.
Do you have a good radar for that?
Well, so often the bartender will point that out to you.
Ah, okay.
But often they will let you know in their own unique way that that's what they do for a living. Wink, wink, nod, nod.
Do they wink and do they nod? I've never been approached by a prostitute, so I don't know what this
Really?
I know.
Oh, my God. No, I've never taken them up on that, for the record. But I hope Kathy's listening. I think she is because she's driving here right now. I have been asked questions like, hey, would you like to go up to your room and those kind of things. That happens. And the bartenders are really good about pointing that out. But I mean, I'm talking some of the nicest hotels in Vegas.
Okay.
Now, hasn't happened recently.
Has it happened to you in Wisconsin?
No.
Okay.
No. Where would that happen in Wisconsin?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, it's never happened to me. I just imagine that I don't think Wisconsin is immune from having sex workers.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
But nowhere around me.
Okay.
Yeah. For the record.
Well, they know that they probably know they're talking to the mayor.
What did we learn from this segment?
I don't know.
Yeah, that porn will find a way?
Porn will find a way, as Jeff Goldblum said, I think, in Jurassic Park.
Did he?
He said life finds a way.
All right, got a quick break here on Point Taken.
Haven't you just had it with overpriced, overrated fish fries? Don't pay $16 or more. The Mine Chef restaurant in Hartford's all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry is $7.99. WTMJ's John Mercure here. After a long week, don't cook. Relax with a cold beverage and a Friday fish fry for $7.99. The kids' menu starts at $3.99, and they can safely play in that huge game room away from the dining area while you finish up your meal. The Mine Shaft is super family-friendly. Your Saturday steak or prime rib dinner is under $25. Sunday brunch is under $15, far less than what you'll pay elsewhere. The Mine Shaft in beautiful downtown Hartford and near the EAA in Oshkosh. Lots of seating, close parking, and a very friendly staff. Just walk in today for your all-you-can-eat beer-battered haddock fish fry for $7.99, serving from 11 a.m. Get there early. It's big food. It's big fun. It's the Mine Shaft. Check out MineShaftRestaurant.com.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
It's the biggest door in your house. Time to give it the attention it deserves. Vince Vitrano here talking about Lifetime Door Company in Brookfield. Updating your garage door increases the value of your home. It's the first thing people see, and it's the best return for your money on investment. At Lifetime Door, if you have an emergency, they'll come out 7 days a week to service existing garage doors and openers. 5% off any service or install at Lifetime Door Company in Brookfield. Get started now, 262-783-4004, lifetimedoor.net.
It's there all day, and it never goes away. I hate pain. It robs us of so much. But if you take action today, your pain could be gone tomorrow. Because at Rejuvenex, we harness the power of Toradol and hyaluronic acid to calm the inflammation and cushion joints. Rejuvenex treatments are safe, they're FDA approved, and in most cases, insurance, including Medicare and Medicaid, pays for them. At as low as $65 per injection per joint, our treatments are affordable. It's not a gimmick. It's pharmacological medicine administered in office in a simple and convenient manner. And with it, our patients have been able to avoid risky surgery and begin to stop the onset of arthritis. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and here we've made pain treatment as easy and affordable as it can be. Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at ACCUNET.com.
I believe that's Spandau Ballet, if my memory serves me right.
Someone from the 920 just said, Kristin, I'll be sure to approach y'all with an offer at State Fair.
Bring cash.
Bring cash.
Woo! How about that?
All right.
Late nights point taken here on 620 WTMJ with Kristin and
This
Steve.
is quite the seduction.
I just told my
Seductive
wife.
saxophone.
We had this on our Sirius Satellite Radio the other day, and I said to Kathy, "This is a great dance song." She goes, "Why?" I go, "It seems seductive to me."
Like, have you ever dipped Kathy?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
My dad tried to dip me once.
Yeah, it often doesn't
Dropped
go well.
me on the dance
floor. That's my fear.
All right, so I thought we haven't done this in a while, so I thought maybe we'd do we pay attention to a lot of news.
Let's be honest. You do this so I can be dumb.
No, not at all. Because I think this is so. It's Morning Brew, which is a newsletter we both read, we both enjoy. They do a Friday news quiz, as a lot of outlets do. And so there's 5 questions, and I was just gonna see how you do. People can play along.
Is it
at
multiple
home.
choice?
It can be. I think we should, because I think it's going to be fairly obvious for some of them. So I think double points if you get it without me reading the options.
Okay.
Question number 1. Elon Musk has vowed to create a new political party, much to the dismay of Tesla investors. What is he calling it?
America's Party.
All right, double the points. For the first time in 100 years, swimmers were allowed to take a dip in what body of water?
I don't know that one. See, I didn't cheat on this.
All right.
Multiple choice.
So the Seine River, that's how you pronounce it, right?
Seine, yeah.
Seine River. The East River in New York, Lake Huron, Great Salt Lake. I actually don't know the answer to this one either.
I'm going to just guess Great Salt Lake. It's just a guess.
Okay. Incorrect. It was the Seine River.
Really?
Isn't that what they swam in for the Olympics last year?
That's what I thought. That doesn't make sense.
So
to
maybe
me.
it was just because it was
Special, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that one.
So you're at 2. 2 points because you had double the first ones. Netflix announced that over half of its global user base watches which genre? I do know this one.
Netflix, true crime.
No, that was one of the options. The answer is anime.
Oh, I read that damn story too. I just
anime.
blew that out. I read it last night.
Netflix has become an anime powerhouse.
Yeah, which-
I've never watched anime.
And neither have I. Which
I've heard it's very good.
the
like
fact
it's
that
like
I've
the storytelling and
Here's
everything.
how dumb I am. Well, you know how dumb I am because we just had an example of that off mic. No, I read the story last night, and my brain did not process that I had read the story.
Well,
and I
you
read.
don't care about anime.
Well, that was my next point. I just threw it away because I don't care about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I read the damn story.
There you go. All right.
Still got 2 points.
Still got 2 points. Who has become Hollywood's highest grossing lead actor of all time?
Oh, it's what's her face? Scarlett Johansson.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which surprised me actually.
Think about how many movies she's been in, though.
All
Like,
these
all
these
of the Marvel
superhero movies. Yeah, yeah.
And now she's in the new Jurassic Park.
And I'll say this, even though she's in those movies, which I'm not a big fan of, she's a great actress. All of her
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. And Colin Jost, one lucky man.
One really outkicked his coverage on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Well, what I got, 4 points?
You got 4 points.
All right,
2
not bad.
right, 4 points. TSA, we've talked about this,
Oh,
is
easy.
rolling back which despised airport security measure?
Taking your shoes off.
Ding, ding, ding.
5 questions, 6 points. Not too bad.
Not too bad. 6 out of a possible 10.
How would you have done if I would ask you those same questions? Obviously, you
I think I would have
knew-
gotten 4.
4? 4
I think
points?
I didn't know. No, I would have gotten
Without multiple choice, you would have got 4 right, which has been 8 points.
Yes, because I wouldn't have known the water one either.
Yeah, that was.
I don't remember reading that story.
I don't even necessarily buy that story.
We can look it up at the break.
Yeah,
Right.
Seine, or is it the Seine? I think it's the Seine.
I think it's the Seine
River Seine. Like
We're really sounding like dumb Americans right
yeah,
now.
it's like the Thames is. Some people say the River Thames.
I tried. So
Thames.
the guy that I dated before Mike was French, and I desperately tried to learn French. That is a hard language.
It is
makes
one of the
no
hardest.
sense.
Yeah.
And just and the accent and everything. And I don't think I remember as much Duolingo, all of those things. I did an intensive class before we went there one summer. I don't think I retained. Besides counting to 10, I think that's still the only thing I know how to do in French. It is a hard language.
Oui.
Deux, trois.
It sounds
Quatre.
amazing though.
It does.
She's Kristin. I'm Steve. We'll wrap this Friday edition of the Point Taken program on 620 WTMJ after this.
A Friday fish fry is a family tradition. Enjoy the all-you-can-eat haddock fish fry tonight at the historic, the beautiful, the amazing Fox and Hound Supper Club. WTMJ's John Mercure. It is one of the best. All other dinners this weekend are buy one, get one free. pan-fried walleye, seafood, steak and lobster, prime rib on Saturdays. Any entree, your second dinner is free. They bring that dessert tray around. You don't want to miss that, especially because desserts are also buy one, get one free. This Saturday, only enjoy a 10-ounce prime rib with 3 shrimp, 3 scallops, and a 4-ounce grilled salmon topped with garlic butter and all the sides for $69.99. Sounds good, huh? Well, that's for 2 dinners on a Saturday night. The Fox and Hounds off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. The drive through the Catamaran is gorgeous. And this Saturday only, enjoy 2 prime rib, shrimp, scallop, and salmon dinners for just $69.99. Tables are open, but call and reserve your free dinner. It's great food, great service. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com.
Imagine that unbelievable new deck in your backyard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 timber tech deck builder. Building new decks and replacing old ones, creating that $1 million feeling every time you relax in your own backyard. Looking for a company to make your backyard scream wow? Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited's resourceful Waukesha showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Save on the best quality furniture and mattresses during the July Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture. With major discounts from our premier suppliers, you will save big on top brands like Bradington Young, made in the foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains. Bradington Young is known for its fine quality leather upholstery. Fjords brings you modern Scandinavian design recliners and sofas, ergonomically engineered for more hip and back support. Norwalk, with American roots that go back over 100 years, specializes in making furniture just for you. Choose the piece, style, fabric, or leather you want, and in just 35 days, we'll deliver your new sofa, chair, or sectional. In-stock or special orders are all sale priced. Need a little help putting it all together? At Ken Michaels Furniture, our design staff is ready to help you with your purchases, and it's free. Stop in today and save now during the Independence Day sale at Ken Michaels Furniture on Capitol Drive in Brookfield, Highway 100 in Greenfield, or our downtown Mattress Factory showroom.
The next time you're due for service, visit richlands.com to schedule an appointment at any of our 5 conveniently located facilities.
All AAA approved and all staffed by ASE certified technicians ready to serve you.
Richlands. While you may hail from the nation's capital, when we're up to bat, you'll be saying, holy mackerel.
Pitch is a fly ball deep center field, back to the track. Bye-bye baseball, Christian Yelich. 465 feet for Yelich.
It's the Brewers and the Nationals in American Family Field. Our Brewers game day coverage starts tonight at 6 with Brewers warm-up. We are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ. WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee. From the Annex Wealth Management Studios, this is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
All right, yes. The Seine reopens. How the Olympic Games helped Paris reclaim its river. For the first time in over a century, Parisians are once again swimming in the River Seine. What once seemed impossible is now a reality. Thanks, in large part, to the vision, momentum, and partnership inspired by the Olympic Games Paris 2024. This is found on, you guessed it, Olympics.com.
So wouldn't that bias the question? Because most people would say, well, they swam it at the Olympics, therefore it wasn't a thing.
Well, it wasn't open to the public. I think the
trick question.
The way the question was phrased didn't make it apparent that it was now open to the public versus anyone being Olympic athletes swimming in it last summer.
So you're going to be off Monday and Tuesday of the next week. You still going to be thinking about politics and the news?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. You should step away.
I try to, but it's hard because it's just, you open your phone and it's there.
I think you're a work in progress when it comes to leaving the phone. Are you still taking it to bed, or have you stopped that completely?
It depends on the night.
You got to leave it out of the bedroom. See, that's something I learned a long time ago.
Okay.
Doesn't belong there.
But yeah, we're going to have a good weekend, spend it with family. I'll try to step away from politics. It'll still be here when we get back.
Was it Ella? Was that the
Ella?
Yeah, 18. Big birthday.
Big birthday.
Now a voter in the state of Wisconsin?
And I know exactly how she'll vote.
Do you?
I do.
Okay, well, that's exciting, though.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see everyone. We're to be all together and celebrate her.
That's very cool. And I did get I got the music wrong, which I always hate when I do that. Apparently it was George Michael.
Still a good song.
Yeah, Careless Whisper is the name of the song.
Do you play that? I played the saxophone for 1 year in 5th grade.
I played trumpet for like 10 years.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why I can read music, which is helpful when I'm learning.
Why didn't you pick the trumpet back up instead of doing?
I still
piano?
have I still have it. I got a gift from my friend Ken and Mark for my 60th birthday or 50th. One of them. They gave me a trumpet, which I still have.
Do you play it?
On occasion, you lose your embouchure, your lip embouchure, because that's the whole thing about trumpet playing. There's only 3 valves, but you got to. I could learn. I know still how to play the songs.
Okay.
Happy Birthday. That's easy. I can play the theme from Godfather, which is a beautiful song on trumpet.
Okay.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The valleys of Tuscany, the music of that trumpet wafting over those rolling hills as the wheat fields. Now I'm thinking about Gladiator, the movie. Although, by the way, I saw Gladiator 2. Not as good. Yeah, it was disappointing.
Was it weird having Denzel Washington be the only one without an accent?
Yeah. He just plays like street guy Denzel Washington. Why didn't they put an accent
Roman him up?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is it
He's an incredible actor, but yeah, that was. I feel
he's
like
awesome.
It was. I was told that was kind of a distraction as far as
it was distracting to me because that's like Denzel.
Yeah,
he's not that guy.
I will say I saw Iceman Cometh, which is a 4-hour play.
Yeah.
When Denzel Washington was in it, circa 2018, and I went into it kind of thinking like, oh my god, how am I the 4-hour play? He was unbelievable.
He's a brilliant actor.
He's such a good actor.
Yeah, he's won Academy
He's an
Awards.
Othello right now.
Yes, on Broadway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Has he won an Academy Award? He has.
Yeah,
right?
he won for Training Day.
Training Day.
Then he was nominated. Was he nominated or did he win for Malcolm X?
Don't know. Texter will tell us, but
he certainly won for
gone.
Training Day, though.
All right, I'm off to the Fister, and you're off to whatever you're going to do this weekend. So
off to the airport.
Yes. Thanks to all of you for listening all week. I'll be back on Monday. Matt Smith and a whole cast of characters. Thanks for listening. Midday is next after the news on 620 WTMJ.
Wrap up the first half of the season with the Brewers as they take on the Nationals July 11th through the 13th. Kick the weekend off with the Crew's annual celebration of black culture at the Negro Leagues tribute game on Friday the 11th. Then your next can't-miss giveaway arrives on Saturday the 12th when the first 25